Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aries, February 7, 2025. Venus has just moved into your romance and pleasure sector for an extended stay, enhancing your charm and attractiveness. You express a playful, deserving, and confident energy that draws others in. There is also good energy for awakening your inner artist and for exploring fun interests and hobbies. While Venus is retrograde here next month, you may be rediscovering old interests or even relationships. This Venus transit brings with it a sweet release from normal pressures. People are more likely to see your finer and kinder qualities. You have a stronger sense of the dramatic and are more inclined to throw yourself into activities you love. This transit will last until March 27th but will return from April 30th to June 6th. While you've been mainly focused on personal interests these days, you have an emotional need to get down to business today. Your planetary ruler, Jupiter, is one of the world's most favorite planets in our solar. This is because Jupiter is known as the great benefic and spills golden blessings upon our paths. Also, since it is the ruler of expansion and luck, it amplifies the themes that the zodiac's IGN in which it orbits within rules. As it ventures through Gemini, a mutable air sign, we will experience a much more social air when it comes to our personal or romantic lives. However, because Gemini can be a bit fickle, people may be a bit more indecisive or allergic to commitment. You might have to change something about your work life. Reflect on what you want to do differently during the first quarter moon in Taurus. The lunar energy will encourage you to look at your habits, routine, work environment, and more. Everything about your work life will be up for debate. It is time to change your habits to achieve a more productive routine. It could also be time to begin the job search if you discover you are not happy in your current position. Do not wait to make a change. Water is the order of the day. Given the present celestial atmosphere, you may be prone to urinary tract infections, or something related, if you haven't been drinking enough water. It is vital that your kidneys, the organs that cleanse your system, get plenty of this purifying substance flushing through them at this time. All the discipline you ought to have around your renal health is important to consider. With the essence of this day surrounding you today, you may find yourself drawn into many different social situations. As long as you are able to keep a close friend nearby to act as an anchor, you won't be as likely to get caught up in gossip. The vitality of this day is energizing to all, and you may even find that due to its fun-filled quality, you have a truly enjoyable day with friends and family without having to compromise the standards that you have set for yourself. It is less that today's stars are sending mixed messages and more that you are getting your first glimpse of what will be your reality for months to come, and that is a powering up of both sides of life's fence. On the one hand, in the heart of the working week, the moon's first visit to your work sector since Uranus turned direct here last week and since the south node returned to your career sector, is allowing them to make their first handshake. This comes just as Venus is settling into the first full day of what will be her longest visit to a fun, playful, romantic and creatively charged part of your chart in 8 years. Thanks to the romantically charged lunar vibes of the last few days as Venus, the planet of love, settles into her first full day in your romantic sector, it is with the spirit of romance already engaged. The last thing the moon did before leaving yesterday was align with the dwarf planet Aries, the warrior princess of the cosmos, for the first time since she turned direct here. For the majority of the next 4 months, these two goddesses of the solar will be working as a team. Our eyes in the sky. What steps will you take today to create more stability in your life? The second quarter moon in Taurus is bringing a grounded and determined energy, offering you the perfect opportunity to make progress on something meaningful. If you set intentions or New Year's resolutions that have been lingering in the back of your mind, this is a powerful moment to revisit them. The steady, persistent nature of Taurus encourages you to put in the effort needed to turn your ideas into something tangible. There's something deeply motivating about seeing real progress unfold before your eyes. Whether it's a habit you're trying to build, a goal you're working toward, or simply a shift in mindset, today is a reminder that even small steps can lead to big transformations over time. Keep going, you are closer than you think. As the day unfolds, you may feel a growing need to slow down and reflect. If you've been feeling fatigued or stretched too thin, your body might be signaling that it's time to rest and recharge. Sometimes, pushing through exhaustion only leads to diminishing returns, making it harder to stay focused and engaged. Taking time for yourself, whether through a shore tea getaway, a quiet moment of relaxation, or a mindful practice like yoga, can help restore your energy and provide much-needed clarity. Have you ever noticed how a simple change in routine, even something as small as stepping outside for fresh air, can shift your entire perspective? Listening to what your mind and body need is essential to maintaining balance and moving forward with strength. At the same time, today brings an air of openness and connection. You may find yourself in situations where compromise comes easily, and conversations flow with warmth and mutual understanding. This is a great time to engage with others in a thoughtful and intentional way. People are drawn to your kindness and sincerity, and your ability to listen and offer insight makes you a valued presence in any discussion. If there have been tensions or unresolved issues in your relationships, now is an opportunity to approach them with patience and an open heart. The ability to truly see and hear each other creates a foundation of trust and harmony, allowing connections to thrive. However, alongside this grounded energy, you might also feel a restless urge for something new and exciting. The desire for change can be a beautiful catalyst for growth, but it's important to channel that energy in a meaningful way. If you find yourself tempted by impulsive decisions, whether that's making an unnecessary purchase, overcommitting your time, or seeking distractions just to fill the void, pause for a moment. Instead of chasing temporary excitement, consider what truly brings you fulfillment. Creative projects, time spent in nature, or deep, enriching conversations can be far more satisfying than fleeting indulgences. Have you ever noticed how a simple walk, an inspiring book, or a heartfelt conversation can completely shift your mood? Pay attention to what nourishes your soul and make space for it. The universe is looking for ways to connect with you, especially when the moon forms an alliance with fantastical Neptune this afternoon. Look for synchronicities or angel numbers, and pay attention to any emotional shifts that come on suddenly, because you could be having a psychic or empathic experience. This evening, Lady Luna forms a helpful connection to Pluto, which is an excellent time to take a cleansing bath or perform a house blessing. You might also want to take a second to honor your ancestors, because the veil that separates us from the other side is slightly thinner now. Your physical well-being is just as important as your emotional and mental balance, and today is a good day to check in with yourself. You might feel a surge of energy, which can be a great motivator to get moving and engage in activities that make you feel strong and alive. But with increased energy comes the need for balance. Pushing too hard without allowing for rest can quickly lead to burnout. If you've been putting off self-care, now is the time to make it a priority. Have you been taking care of yourself lately? Whether it's through movement, nourishing meals, or simply giving yourself permission to slow down, small, consistent acts of self-care can have a profound impact on how you feel. You don't need an elaborate wellness plan. Sometimes, the simplest actions, like getting enough sleep, drinking more water, or taking a few deep breaths, can make all the difference.